So guys, I thought we'd have a quick look in here before I do them potatoes. I had a bit of a disaster the other day, almost. I think I've just about avoided it. Battery went on watering system and weren't in most of the day, and I come back and they were all almost dead. I've got to cut all these dead leaves off. So that was quite an experience. We're still getting loads of cucumbers though, so I'm quite happy. Alright, that one there could be took, but there's quite a few on there still, and we're eating enough. We've given some away, in fact. So, but yeah, tomatoes survived it better than cucumbers, to be honest. Cucumbers were really sad. We're getting loads of tomatoes on still. These are, again, the not the Wenzels, the Coles. Gardener's Delight. That's the subaltic plant from Willie. Now I had to spray them down because I had some blossom end rot only on this plant, only on these plants, so don't know what that were about. Bugger. Subaltic plant, blossom end rot. Got it on any others, I will give them a spray down. That's a shame. But so far, you know, we're getting, I don't know, probably about 15 tomatoes a day ripe, which is more than enough for us. That's the Basil Bee Arbiter that one's picking, and this is the Wenzel, or these are the Wenzels. That's, if you look at that, if you can see that, that's a very big tomato. There's not loads on them obviously, but they're large. And the King of the North peppers are doing okay. Should really tie them up. Got some quite nice peppers on them. And again, this one's from Willie. This is the Giant Bell. Got a few on there. So in general, it's going good, apart from that near disaster. Fortunately, I have more cucumbers. These will be going in buckets outside though from when I put potatoes. And I've got some various brassicas there at back. Still got some fennel, some beets to go in. This bed's mostly going to be fennel and spring onions. These spring onions will feed us when the other onions run out, so they'll be fed next spring, sort of thing, before I've got onions. And the potatoes, I've pulled the net off. These are still growing. They're the Southpaw mirrors, which were grown from seed and planted on. But most of these now are all dead. It's just so hot. Oh, incidentally, they're the Korean melons what I planted in. As you can see, it's major hot. It's in 90s today. So like I said, I'll pull some of these. I want to take them at the bottom. Them two there at the bottom. Then the beans that I planted in the bucket, I'll take them two at the bottom and them two there. They're Victorias and they're Charlottes. And the Victorias were some what I had left, what I planted from my Christmas potatoes last year. Show you pumpkin patch. You can see how sad that's looking with this heat. I don't know what that is. That's a cross between a blue orbit and a Cinderella. See what we get out of there this year. That's how hot it is. It's crazy hot. Sunflowers are getting up there. And just get a quick look at this. These have been watered. It's just so hot against this wall. Again, we're getting some ripe tomatoes here. They're the black ones, I think. We're getting ripe tomatoes off this every day. Like I said, we're getting about 15-20 ripe tomatoes. We can see that's full. That one's harvesting now. They're the house tomatoes. And these are outside peppers. This basil's going to seed. I've got some more basil coming on. And these are rainbow chilies. As you can see, some are changing colour inside. So what I decided to do, these two at front, Victorias and two Charlottes from behind at the bottom. The last ones I got at the bottom were a really poor result. don't know that it was too wet. They're quite wet. Watering system just come on. Let's see a potato. So I'll pull them first and see what we've got. I'll weigh them all together. I will keep them separate just because they're just a different potato. So I think you can see I'm in the sun, you're in the shade. I can't remember what I put in here. There were just tiny little spuds that were left from what were going to be my Christmas potatoes last year, but these, as I said, are victorious. In fact, that's the skin off at mother, so there might have been two in here, but I guarantee they weren't watered very well because they weren't on system. That wasn't very impressive. They're what I would call bonus potatoes. Again, that's the skin off the seed. So you can see how big they were really, so they didn't do bad. So, very wet Charlotte. I think that's too bad actually. Again, very wet. They're right on the bottom, but they're not as bad as that other one I had that were wet. So could have just been luck at draw on them. Not with that one. Put them all together. Try and give them a quick wash. They're the Charlottes and they're the Victorias. And there you go. Let's get them weighed up. I'll weigh them up each shade under a tree and see what we've properly got. Wife's scales. It's on ounces from last time. I don't know how to change it around. So we'll have to see. These are the Victorias, which, like I said, were just bonus spuds grown from stuff that size. £1, 1 ounce and 3/4. I'll have to change it over, drive me nuts that. Guessing about £3 here. £3, 4 ounces and 3/8. Now, see if I can set them back into new money. Can't see, I've got sweat dripping down my glasses. Right then. See how many grams that is. 1.483 kilos. And 570 grams. Oh. 508 grams, sorry. .483. Like I say, them scales are good. So that's what I got. Just been rabbit wrestling this morning. I had to put a new bottom on that and new wheels on it. Because they dug through wire I put on bottom, so I put a thicker wire on bottom. That was great fun. But them wheels are off the old shredder. That works really better because it's got that wheelbarrow effect with them being further out. And a quick look at my plums. And I can't see a thing. About the best year I've had for plums. I've got some there with brown. Brought on. Throw them in field. It's been the best year I've had for plums this year. But I've got to half height of this tree. I've got some fungus growing onto the side of it, so but I want to half it in height. So guys, I'm just going to plant these back up. I just thought I'd show you this. This is that cutting that I took from the cucumber. Got roots coming out at the bottom. Let's just pop it out and have a look, see if you can see. I can show you, because this is going in there. But yeah, it's not a bad root system, is it, for a cutting? It's actually got some cucumbers on it now. I'll put these in buckets, I'll show you what I've done after. Oh, incidentally, I've just had to nip out between doing this. We picked some bird food up. It's 37, that's like nearly 98 centigrade. So 98 Fahrenheit. It's quite warm today. No wonder I was melting and the sweat was dripping on my glasses, so I couldn't read the scales. So that's that done. I had 2 cucumbers growing together in a pot, and rather than sacrifice one, because they weren't looking little, smaller than the one that were growing on its own, so it's the same size. So I've put 2 cucumbers in there, 2 cucumbers in there. They should grow up, yeah. 2 fennels and some basil, because my other basil's gone to seed. I've still got some more basil to put out somewhere. I've got 14 buckets left, including those 3, which are the Southpaw mirrors. They're all ready to pull, so really I should have them all out and get them replanted up. I've got a couple of things that I want to try planting. I've got some spinach, but I'm not going to do that yet. It's miles too hot. And some asparagus lettuce that Digwell cooked the other day, Chinese thing. I can plant that as well, but I've got to get it planted. I need some soil. Didn't pick it up when I was at the feed store. Bugger. Right then, if you like potato reveals and cucumber cutting update, give us a thumbs up. If you don't, give us a thumbs down, and don't forget, it's always nice to be nice. Stay cool. 37, my God. And that's all we need tonight. I wonder if I should get the missus to weigh them for shed wars. She's killed me first.